Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in, and today is a bit of an admission video. Today, I admit I was wrong about a lot of the things that I previously said about one Mitchell Trubisky. I'll dive deeper throughout the course of this video into what truly went wrong with Mitchell Trubisky. But before I dive into this video, I just want to make sure that you guys are staying absolutely safe. I know there's still a lot going on out there, and I just want to make sure that you guys are staying absolutely safe. And also, about 60% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you fit into that category, go ahead right now and click that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you will not miss a single video that I post. But it's time to get into this admission. Without further ado, let's dive into it. I had previously said throughout the course before this season and even in my last two reaction videos that I felt Trubisky could be the guy that can manage this Bears team going forward into this season. And the longer and longer that Atlanta Falcons game played out, and more, it really gave me perspective that I was wrong about some things about Mitchell Trubisky. Now, will I be the person that sits here and says 100% of the blame goes to Mitchell Trubisky? Absolutely not. I'm not going to be that type of guy that would say that, because failures of an offense or failures of things to go for your offense is not 100% blamed on one person. Now, majority of the blame can go to Trubisky as to why the Bears offense have seen struggles throughout the course of this season and also last season. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's not 100% on Trubisky. I have to place some blame on Matt Nagy. Now, I've previously said that Trubisky can be the quarterback. He can be good. I never said he could be great. But I felt Trubisky could be the quarterback that helps us along going forward. That didn't turn out to be the case. And I think part of that, because I don't think Nagy called an offense that can utilize Trubisky's strengths. Now, I've said previously, Trubisky is not the greatest of pocket passer. He's a mobile quarterback. Now, albeit he's not the athlete that, let's say, a Lamar Jackson. He's not the athlete of a, let's say, a Russell Wilson or a Cam Newton, for say. But Mitch Trubisky still has some athleticism. And I think it's part Nagy and it's part Mitchell himself as to why that athleticism was not being used. Now, I say it's part Nagy because the strength for Trubisky is him rolling out and buying time with his legs and design QB runs. You have yet to really see much of that implemented into the offense. And I felt that's where Trubisky could be strong at. Now, the scrambling part, I think, could be on Trubisky mentally, because he wanted to be that pocket passing quarterback. And I felt that he wanted to prove that he can be the type of quarterback that can sit in the pocket and make plays. It turned out he cannot be that guy. Dropping Trubisky back 40 to 50 times a game was never going to be a recipe for success. And I still don't think dropping Nick Foles 40 to 50 times a game can be a success for this Bears offense. The running game was stronger this year. I give the Bears credit. They committed a little bit more to running the football. But I just feel that if it was a little bit more of the RPO, if it was a little bit more of quarterback bootlegs and rollouts and things like that, it could have changed the way that the Bears offense was being defended. It could have opened up some things in the middle. It could have opened up some things deeper downfield for this Bears offense to attack. Now, I'm not going to sit here and blame all Nagy either. Trubisky was wildly inaccurate. He missed some throws deep to Anthony Miller, especially the one that he really had Miller open, and he overshot Miller a lot. And I just feel that Trubisky's inability to be accurate consistently helped to have him fail as the quarterback. Now, I won't be the guy that's going to say Nick Foles is the savior, because you really cannot see all you can see after a little bit under a half of football. Now, Foles did come in and he did succeed. I will give 100% credit for that. But for a lot of people to call him the savior, he's the guy, the GOAT going forward, I'm going to pump the brakes on that just a little bit, because just a half of football against the Falcons team that's known to blow leads, against the Falcons team that was playing a lot of soft zone throughout the course of that second half, I'm not going to sit here and really say that Nick Foles is just the savior going forward. It still remains to be seen. It's still football to be played. So to sit here and actually say that Nick Foles is the absolute savior for the Chicago Bears, I can't say that just yet. It has to be on a consistent basis, which goes just in line of what I said about this entire team alone. It has to be some consistency going forward. It's a lot that you can take from that half of football that Nick Foles did ultimately play, but it's a half of football. It's not 4 quarters. It's not the span of 2 games or 3 games or anything like that. It's one half of football against a Falcons team that blows leads and a Falcons team that was sitting a lot in soft zone, which Nick Foles, to give credit, was able to take advantage of, which honestly, the way Trubisky was playing, Trubisky, I don't think would have took advantage of it the same way Nick Foles was. So, to sit here and say Nick Foles is the absolute savior, no. But I do think Nick Foles' pocket presence, his ability to read defenses better than Trubisky, does give this Bears team a better chance going forward, but it's still a lot of football to be played. And it remains to be seen as to whether Nick Foles can truly be the quarterback for us this year going forward. I'm not going to sit here and say that Trubisky is going to get back in there. We don't know how the rest of the season is going to play out. So I just hope Trubisky stays ready for whatever could be in store for the season coming along, because you don't know if Nick Foles can stay healthy. He's had some health problems. You don't know if it's going to be 100% consistent going forward. You don't know. But that's the beauty of the game. That's the beauty of being able to watch and keep an eye on things going forward. So I wouldn't sit here and say Trubisky's time in Chicago is over right now. But after this season, he's probably as good as gone, depending on what happens going forward. But I will admit I was wrong. I thought Trubisky could have been the guy. I thought Trubisky's confidence would come back. I thought they would be able to use him more as an athlete, but none of that happened. So the change from Trubisky to Foles was warranted, and Trubisky's inability to play consistent football opened up the door for Matt Nagy to be able to replace Mitchell Trubisky with Nick Foles. So I'm glad the Bears came out with that win against Atlanta. But for me to say Nick Foles is the absolute guy going forward after just one half of football, I'll self-admittedly say you can't say that just yet, because the Bears still have a lot of football to play going forward. But I will admit I was absolutely wrong about Trubisky. I don't think he's the guy. His confidence is shot mentally and physically. He's not as accurate with the football as I expected him to be. And his athleticism is not being used. So I can blame Nagy for him not calling players towards his athleticism, but at the end of the day, Mitch has to produce and he has to be consistent, and none of those things happen. So the change at quarterback was warranted, and I'll self-admit I was wrong. But that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you like the video, comment your thoughts down below, because I do read the comment section, and I would love to see what you guys think about the Bears quarterback situation going forward this year. And if you guys want to keep up with me, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both handles APW Sports, and both will be linked in the description below. But that's all I have for you guys. APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great and excellent day. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. I wanna thank my friends, my sister, and my brother.